Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope you are okay today. Well, in this occasions, I would like to present my research article entitled "How Can Neuro-Linguistic Programming Influence English Language Teaching? A Systematic Literature Review." Or before I present, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Qushoy. I'm from UNNES, Universitas Negeri Semarang. Well, without any further ado, let's check this out. The introductions of my research articles, it's because of the growing interest in neuro-linguistic programming in English language teaching. NLP techniques, yeah, NLP has so many techniques like framing, anchoring, rapid, can improve motivation, participations, and communications. NLP integrates neuro, brain, linguistic, language, and programming behavior to enhance learning. Applications in languages focus on reducing anxiety, boosting confidence, and enhancing teaching methods. So that this is why reasons I choose this topic because of problems faced by students or teachers is related to the anxiety, confidence, and also teaching methods. So NLP is a problem solver. But however, some controversy exists due to the limited empirical evidence and need for rigorous research. And since this article is systematic review, so that it's because of systematic review related to NLP in ELT are still limited or still scarce. So that is why I try to investigate the use or the implementations of NLP in language teaching, especially English language teaching. And this is the literature review for my research article. NLP is a psychological approach that explores the relationships between language, behavior, and patterns of thinking. This based on Bandler and Grinder, 1975. And according to Tosi and Matheson, 2003, NLP can be understood as the skill of effectively managing communication or the examinations of the way personal experience are organized. And O'Connor and Seymour, 1994, state that NLP involves along two interconnected paths. First, as a method for identifying patterns of excellence across various fields, and second, as a powerful approach to thinking and communications employed by exceptional individuals. And Richards and Rogers, 2001, state NLP consists of various methods, models, and approaches aimed at facilitating strong communications, individual growth, transformations, and the learning process. So this is what the literature review on the theories underpinning why this research happened. And the research questions for this study, the first is what NLP techniques are mostly implemented in English language teaching, and which English language skill are primarily targeted by NLP interventions or implementations. And then what research designs are used to study NLP effectiveness in ELT. And the last, what are the characteristics of participants in NLP ELT study? So this is the objective or the focus of the study, since the study is the systematic literature review or review of some articles, some previous articles. The methodology in these articles, since this is a systematic literature review following Prisma protocol, and the database search focus on Scopus, ERICS, EBSCO, Science, Directs, and ProQuest. And the time frame, the articles that was being chosen from 2010 to 2025. And the keywords that I use in finding the articles related to the NLP is NLP in English language teaching. And after search or browse, there are 590 articles initially identified, and finally only 19 selected after screening and inclusion criteria. The data analysis using in this study is using NV4, NV4 14, and coded NLP techniques, language skill, research design, and participants characteristics. So did that when you have to find the data and then the analyzing the data using an applications NV4 14. Okay, the finding of this study. The first, the study selections, initial database, yes, I said before, previously, search iterative 590 articles from ERIC, EBSCO, ProgWest, and Science Direct. After removing duplicates and screening, only 19 relevant article remains for final synthesis. And this is ensured focus on high quality studies examining NLP implementations in English language teaching. It can be seen from Prisma flow diagram here. Yeah, there are 4 stages in Prisma flow diagrams to find the articles and then also find the final articles. The first finding related to the NLP techniques, there are 21 different NLP techniques identified in ELT research. From 19 articles, there are 20 different NLP techniques used in the research from the previous research. Most common are anchoring. There are 5 studies, reframing 7 studies, and modeling 6 studies. And other frequent techniques like establishing reports, visualization, spacing, and leading. And some techniques use only once, indicating need for more research on variety. Yeah, so the most common is anchoring, reframing, and modeling. So it can be seen from the figure here. Then the second research questions are related to the target language skills that being investigated by researchers. Focus predominantly on single language skill per study. Yeah, and reading comprehensions is the most targeted language skill. And there are 3 studies want to investigate reading comprehension or want to improve reading comprehensions of the student. And writing, there are two studies, speaking 1 study and pronunciation 1 study, less frequently targeted. And listening, unfortunately, notably absent as a primary focus in reviewed research. However, there are other targets being investigated in the articles being reviewed. Several studies aim to improve teaching and learning generally without specifying skill. Some research or some researchers not mentions the specific skill that they want to improve, but only say that they want to improve teaching and learning generally. And the others articles explore psychological and cognitive benefits like motivations, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and self-confidence. Some studies want to improve another psychological and cognitive aspect from the student or another. And 2 studies investigated NLP effect on teacher professional identity, not only for the student side. NLP can be implemented to investigate as teachers' professional development. Can be seen on the diagram or in the figure here. Next research question is related to the designs or the methods employed in investigating NLP. Yeah, majority use experimental design with control group. Yeah, major researchers use experimental design. It is a quantitative method with control group. There are 12 studies, so it's so many. And mixed methods, only 2 studies, qualitative 2 studies, and comparative, descriptive, exploratory, and pure quantitative also presents, but little. Then most experiment had short interventions or short treatment periods like 1 to 2 months. And okay, these findings indicates that more calls for more methodological diversity and longer terms studies. The next research questions is related to the sample or participants characteristics of the study. Okay. University students were primary participants in 10 studies across a variety of academic fields. So most articles investigate uh, use NLP for improving university students' English or language skill. Then some research involve senior, junior, and school students, elementary student, and also student with special need. So, and 2 studies focused on teachers' professional development. So these findings indicates that greater participant diversity recommended for future research because the article reviews finds that mostly the articles use university student and the student from across varied academic fields like business, economic, and also language department, and also dentist department. Okay, the discussions of the findings anchoring widely used to enhance confidence and engagement in language learning. NLP techniques positively influence motivations, teaching success, and classroom environment based on the research related to the teaching techniques like anchoring, reframing, modeling. So this technique can influence the motivations, teaching success, or also a classroom environment. Limited long-term data and some inconsistency in methodology reporting. Yeah, it is related to the teach methodology or design, research design implemented in each studies. Need for more diverse participants groups. Yeah, for example, young girls or special needs student. Yeah, because mostly the participant mostly participated is university student. Conclusion, uh, after reviewing 19 articles, it can be concluded that NLP shows promise in enhancing ELT through psychological and academic benefits. And then research focuses disproportionately on reading comprehensions, less on listening and speaking. Predominant use of short-term experimental studies limits understanding of long-term effects. It calls for more qualitative, mixed method studies and expansions to varied learners populations, and need for improved transparency and empirical research in future NLP ALT research. Recommendation for the future research and practice: broaden research to include unexplored language skills such as listening and speaking, expand participant diversity to younger learners, conduct long-term studies, increase use mixed methods and qualitative design, improve transparency, enhance teacher training on NLP techniques, develop standardized guidelines to reduce variability, rigorously control for confounding variables, and compare NLP with other teaching methods. Explore NLP's broader psychological and cognitive benefits through interdisciplinary collaboration. Okay, that's all my presentation related to the review some articles related to the use of NLP. So how can NLP can affect or influence English language teaching? Okay, thank you. That's all from me. I hope this presentation can give you new insight related to teaching method and also NLP itself. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.